Hey there, Saber fans. I just wanted to do another quick video review of the Princess Saber that I also received in my order today. All silver. Really, really nice. Surprisingly nice, if I'm being honest. I wasn't expecting a saber this awesome to come to me. I saw the Princess before. This is actually my girlfriend's Princess Saber. She got it with me. And to be honest, when I saw it, I didn't really like it very much. I thought it was kind of simple design, a little plain for my taste. But when it got here, and it got my hands, I was really blown away. Really, really impressed. It's very, very well made. And the craftsmanship, not only in the little details, like these lines here that you can see, or the box up here, all the way down to even the screws and the blade plug on top, make for one hell of a cool saber. So let's get this video review started. We'll start where I always start, up here at the emitter. Here's your blade plug. Now in hers we got the all silver blade plug, which goes perfect with the rest of this hilt. Some maybe not so well, other hilts might not go so well, but for this one or any all silver saber or mostly silver saber that you have, definitely go with the silver blade plug. As you can see on top of the emitter here, you got these screws, and the one all the way in front here acts as your blade retention screw, which took us a little time to figure out at first, but easy enough. As you can see here, got a nice first little gripping point on top. It does clash a little bit with that box, so if you're holding it from the front end, you can get a grip, but you're going to have the box in your way. I don't know if you guys can really tell there, but you're going to have that box there. Makes it a little bit more awkward to grab. But grabbing it from the back, perfect grip. This round part in the back here perfectly fits into my hand, definitely fits into her hand. She has a little bit smaller hands than I do, and this hilt was definitely built for smaller hands. The gripping on it, I can grip easily enough, but for her, it looks to me like she really gets a good grasp of it. It's not too big for her, not too big for me either. So I'm a smaller guy, but I think it would work fine with anybody's hands. Let's continue. So we got our little control box here, which this is just for aesthetics on top. There's no button here. It's just a little inlay. It just looks cool. And as you can also see, this is a separate piece, this kill box. It's not soldered onto there. It's not welded onto there. There's a screw right here, as you can see. If you loosen that screw, this kill box will probably come right off. I haven't tried it yet because I don't want to mess with the electronics or anything and mess up the saber, but I would imagine if you took that off, you could probably pop this whole thing right off. You mess it up, but you could do it if you wanted to. Right down here we got our kill key, custom kill key, and the ignition switch, which I will fire up for you guys in a little bit. Our midsection here, which is your main gripping point, I'm guessing, or at least from what I've seen, I haven't used this one much, but from what I've seen, is your main gripping point. Perfect. Perfect gripping point. A little heavier on top, like all the hilts with the sound in them, because of the soundboard and the LED. A little bit lighter on the bottom because of the battery that's in there, but it's just the battery and the speaker on the bottom. But a really, really cool thing that I like about this saber is the pommel and this end part do give it a good amount of weight. So the balance there, almost perfect. Almost perfect balance. A little bit heavier on, of course, the top part here, but as far as all the sabers that I've handled, this one definitely has the best balance to it. Easily has the best balance to it. So we'll go to our lower part right here where the CoverTech wheel is. As you can see, those lines are cut right into there. Makes for a really great aesthetic feature. I really like those. Gives it a cool look. Definitely gives it more of a lightsaber vibe to it. Different than just like a plain metal over that. There's your CoverTech wheel. We'll move on to the pommel here. So like I just said, this metal part on the bottom, along with the pommel, give it a really nice weight to the bottom of this. Really good counterbalance to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. As you can see, it's thicker, which again gives you a little bit better grip when you're trying to hold down the bottom, as you can see. Your pommel is vented for sound on the bottom there, as you can see. Really cool pommel on this one. I really like the pommel. Of all the ones I've seen, this is definitely one of the cooler ones up there. And just like the Gladius, the pommel goes in a little bit more than I thought it did. I thought it would just be flush pretty much at the bottom there, where the screws would come up a little. The grooves would go up a little bit more, but they don't. Okay. let's get her fired up for you guys. So this is a 12 watts blood orange princess. Really love the color. I think you guys are going to love it too. Let's check it out. So as with all the Saberforge sabers that I've had, and in my experience, sound is great. There's no fuzz. There's no BS of any kind coming from the sound. That speaker is letting out really, really loud, really, really clear sounds and clash noises, and yeah, even the laser block button, which I'll show you guys in just a second. Let's fire up. Awesome, awesome sound. Check it out. So like I said, she had the blood orange put in hers. I think the volume is actually set to the loudest setting right now on hers. I'm sorry if it's a little harder to hear me. I'll try and speak up for you. Got the blood orange in there. Really, really bright. Again, as with all Saberforge sabers that I've seen or handled, the LED lights are extremely bright that they're putting into these. In daytime or nighttime, you're going to be able to see this color shining through. And especially a color like the blood orange, it's really going to stand out. As you can see, the ignition key also has the orange ring there. And what I was talking about before is this. Clear as day. No fuzz, no hum, no nothing. So compared to some of the other Viridian soundboards that I've seen, this one actually has a pretty deep hum. I don't know if you guys can really tell on there, but the hum is pretty deep compared to the other Viridian soundboards I've heard. Maybe they changed it around a little bit on their end because of the blood orange, making it a little bit more of a darker Jedi or even a Sith feel to it. I'm not sure, but it goes really, really well with the overall look of this hilt, I think. Great choice by her. The blood orange really looks awesome. Kind of regret not getting blood orange in my Gladius, although I do love the blue. Okay, get a little closer look for you guys right there. Now, one of the only complaints I've really heard, or at least one that I sympathize with, is the ignition keys seem to get in the way sometimes when you're gripping. You might hit it by accident, set off a noise you don't want to set off, or hold it maybe on that end for too long, and it'll turn off completely. Now, on this hilt, because of the box on top here, it eliminates some of that problem, I think. Because you're not going to be gripping it right there anymore. You're not going to be gripping it over where the ignition key was. It's not as easy to grip there. You can if you want to, but it's going to take down from you hitting that ignition key more than you want to. Okay, guys, that's the Princess. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video review. Have a great day.